normally go live on Mondays, but today we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I felt because man, there are so many lessons to be learned that I really wanted to take time to go live, talk about some quotes, the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and relate it to our parenting journey and life. Because these are words that are said in just a perfect way, so eloquently, but honestly, just brings it right home to you. This man was phenomenal. He was a great power in our world. He was definitely taken from us way too soon. So, before I get started, though, I want to thank you for being here with me. And if you're here live, give me a hashtag live and say hello. And if you're here on the replay, thank you for listening and watching on your time, and give me hashtag after party. Let me tell you who I am. I'm Celia Kibler, family empowerment coach, author of Raising Happy Toddlers, How to Build Great Parenting Skills and Stop Yelling at Your Kids. I am also the author of 3 great children's books, all about me. Being different is fun, and I am grateful. And I am the mommy of 5 kids, 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained through marriage, and I am the grandma to 9. I've been working with parents and kids for over 40 years. And basically what I do, because I'm on a mission to stop 1,000,000 parents from yelling at their kids, I work with parents either privately or in a group format to help them end the generational cycles of dysfunction and abuse and really be intentional about what they do at home. Start the cooperation, start creating calm, and start creating childhoods that your kids can blossom from. Aren't we tired of having to recover from our childhoods? So that's what I do. And if you need a little help, it's a sign of greatness. It's a sign of wisdom to reach out for help when you need it. So reach out if you need it. You can set up a call with me, get my books. You see it scrolling right below. Okay. So I want to get started on these quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King, and I'm going to talk a little bit about them and what we can learn from the man himself. So the first quote is, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." Simply, that means you need to help your children to speak up. When they see something wrong, when they see someone doing wrong, a bully, something happening in the classroom that's unjust, get them to speak up, questioning authority, those kind of things. The only thing is, you need to teach them to do it respectfully. The difference between talking up and talking back is respect. If your children are talking back a lot, that is disrespectful. And although we want them to voice their opinions, we want them to contribute and tell us their thoughts, they need to learn to do it respectfully. Okay. And I'm reading these off because clearly I cannot remember all these quotes. Okay. The next quote is, "Peace is not merely a distant goal we seek, but a means by which we arrive at our goals." The whole reason I am so driven to get people to stop yelling at their kids and yelling at each other is because nothing is resolved with yelling. All that's created is a big screaming match. And I don't have to tell you that nothing comes from that except anger and all kinds of resentment. And no way does any of it lead to a solution. Peace leads to a solution. Calm discussions lead to solutions. So if you feel yourself ready to explode, give yourself a timeout. Take time and then talk to your children. Okay? All right. And I'm not going to dive deep into each of these, but these quotes speak for themselves. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. That means take the risk. You think you're going to do something, you think it's really something you need to do, something you're passionate about. You could spend your whole life sitting around and thinking about it, or you could take action and take that first step. And what a great thing to teach your kids. And if you've done it, if you've taken a risk, you've taken that first step, talk to your kids about it. How did you feel? How did it turn out? Discuss it with your children. Okay. The next quote. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. That means you need to learn to dance in the rain. Not everything is going to go smoothly. Not everything is going to go your way. You need to teach your children that when things go a little haywire, it's okay. It's time to examine the situation, slow down, review it, replan it. Not everything in life goes smoothly. And if you are helping your children and you're leading them to believe that everything will go their way, you're doing them a disservice. Teach them to survive in the tough times when they have to go the extra mile, when they have to do a little extra work. Help them to understand that hard work is always worth it. And it makes you super proud of a job well done. Okay, let's move on to another quote. Aren't these great? All right, next quote. Hold on. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. So, what kind of person are you going to be? Are you going to be the type of person that the world revolves around you and everybody has to fall into place? It's my way or the highway. A lot of people parent that way. They don't give their children the opportunity to think for themselves, to be creative, to be part of the solution. What are you going to be like, and what are you going to help your children to be like? If they think the world revolves around them, they're going to be sorely disappointed when they grow up. Start making them aware of what's going on around them. Go around and visit the homeless. Help people in need. Let them know that there's a world much bigger than them. Teach them gratitude. Teach them to appreciate all the abundance in their lives. There's abundance everywhere. Think of others. Be compassionate. Help your children not only learn these things, but you need to role model these things. Okay. If we are to go forward, we must go back and rediscover those precious values, that all reality hinges on moral foundations and that all reality has spiritual control. You know, there's a post that's gone around Facebook for a long time, or social media, I should say, that says you cannot parent your children like your parents or your grandparents parented their children. We have to parent in a different way. Well, you know what? Children always need to be well-mannered. They always need to be respectful. They always need to appreciate things they have. They always need to be kind and generous and compassionate and empathetic. They always need these things as an adult. So yes, in this world, there's a lot more different things. There are a lot of different electronics and interventions with your kid that you need to know about and to respond to and to be proactive to. but creating the kind of adult that is a good, kind, compassionate person, that is one that thinks of others, that is one that is respectful to others, that is a person of integrity. It never goes out of style. It never stops from generation to generation. Teach your children well, as Crosby, Stills, and Nash sang one day, maybe Young. Young might have been in there. Teach your children well. One of my all-time favorite Martin Luther King quotes, if a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep streets even as Michelangelo painted, or Beethoven composed music, or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well. Simply put, whatever you do, whatever task or responsibilities put before your children, teach them to do everything to their best effort. Teach them to do a job well done that they can be proud of. Because when they're proud of their work, others are proud of their work. And when they've worked hard, when they've really put forth effort on something, make sure you tell them how proud you are of the effort they put in. Don't focus on the result. Don't focus on the outcome. It doesn't matter if they're doing their best. If they're doing their best, the outcome will also be their best. So reward them with compliments and praise and your pride of how hard they worked, how much they do to really complete a task that's been given to them. Give them responsibilities, give them your trust, your respect, and they will grow up being proud of everything they do with a very strong work ethic, regardless of what job is put before them. Okay, and I have a couple more quotes to read. One who condemns evil is just as guilty as the one who perpetrates it. What does that mean? If you're allowing it to go on, if you're standing by the sidelines, if your child's in school and there's a bully hurting another child and your child stands there and does nothing, they are just as guilty. Teach your children to defend, to stand up for what they believe in, what they know is right. Take the risk to protect others from wrongs as well. Be passionate and encourage them to know right from wrong and live a life of integrity and honesty and of compassion for others. Okay. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. Whatever you need to do, whatever drives you, helping others, helping animals, whatever that thing is that's going to really help you serve people, the planet, the universe, go forth and do it. You don't have to be this perfect person to serve. If you know one thing more than the person standing next to you and they're trying to learn what you are more knowledgeable than they are, and you are now a teacher. Start serving, start helping others, and kids can do it at all ages. They don't have to be adults. Make it a family mission to go help people or adults or children that are less fortunate than you. Make it a family project to go and create crafts and take them to a children's hospital and put smiles on the faces of these sick children that are battling for their lives. Be that person. Teach your children to be that person. Okay, and I think, do I have one more? Let me see. I have one more. And this is really important. At the center of nonviolence stands the principle of love. So many people don't realize what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stood for. He stood for peace. He stood for love. I am working towards that myself. The fact that I want to stop 1 million parents from yelling at their kids is because yelling crushes a soul. It forms all those voices in your head that makes it difficult to get over in life. You know the ones, because you're thinking them. The ones that say, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. Nothing I do is right. Nobody trusts me. Nobody believes in me. I'm a failure. All those voices, the second guessing yourself constantly, are planted there when you're raised in a yelling, aggressive environment. Only love can bring calm and peace. Start loving more. Start learning more. Start helping your kids to love more. Educate them. Teach them well. Be a role model for them. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a peaceful man. He was a man of faith and a man of love. Teach your children. Model him so that you can be a model for your children. All right, everyone. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you're ready to stop yelling at your kids, that's what I'm here for. Set up a call with me at talkwithcelia.com. Let's stop it. I know it doesn't make you feel like a good parent when you yell at your kids. So let's stop all the yelling. Let's start the cooperation, the listening, and the love. And let's start creating the next generation that doesn't have to recover from their childhoods, that is blossoming from their childhoods. Always remember, we're raising adults, not children. Be intentional, be proactive, learn what you don't know. All right, everyone. As always, I wish you days filled with peace, love, and tons of laughter. And I'll see you all next time in Pumped Up Parenting. Bye-bye.